All right, Coach, start with the opening statement.
Yeah, disappointed that we weren't able to close out the game. There were some stretches we played really well. Offensively, we shot 55% from the field. Some outstanding performances by Brandon Benjamin. He showed his abilities as a playmaker and a shot maker, plays with poise, moves at a pace where he's able to scan the floor and make terrific decisions, both in his shot making and playmaking. Diari Goodwin had a solid, well-rounded performance. Tim Moore, I thought, was an important contributor today. Gavin Ripp returning to action and showing what he's capable of. Hit a big shot late that could have been the game winner if we got a stop or a rebound. We out-rebounded Long Beach State overall in the game. I think we were +5 or +6. But they got some important rebounds late where we couldn't finish the defensive possessions by securing the ball, and those second or third shot opportunities ultimately allowed Long Beach State to win the game. We also had untimely turnovers. It wasn't so much the amount of turnovers, but at critical moments, we came up with empty possessions where you don't get a shot on the rim. You don't give yourself a chance to get fouled. You don't give yourself a chance to get a second shot. And those empty possessions, live ball turnovers are costly, in particular closely contested games. So some things we got to work on and remedy. Got 3-4 days of practice here before we travel north and play San Jose State. So important that we have the mindset shift and improve and correct on the areas we need to address.
Mm-hmm. Certainly missed two guys today, Tyler Johnson and Dominique Ford. What are the updates with their health?
Yeah, Dominique Ford, some type of flu respiratory issue that we're trying to address. So he's been at home for 3-4 days resting up. And Tyler re-injured the same elbow that has been causing his problems, causing him problems in terms of swelling and just overall soreness. So we need those two back in the fold. But I think overall, collectively as a team, a lot of guys stepped up with the next up mindset, but we didn't get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, a lot of, you mentioned the freshmen, Brandon Benjamin, Diari Goodwin, and Gavin Ripp all having solid performances. What does it mean to you to have that youth step up?
Well, it's, a positive to get contributions from underclassmen. It bolsters our depth. It gives us some versatility, different combinations of players that we can put in the game, based on matchups. And obviously, they're players that have bright futures here. So really pleased with the entire group. But that freshman bunch, has a bright future as well. So, we're still learning what combinations work best together and what combinations deployed in a variety of defenses and our offensive alignments as well are going to be most productive. And I think, we learned some things today. You'd rather, win a game while you're learning, but this is one we got to go back to the drawing board on and just improve in those areas. There were some sequences that were outstanding. There were some sequences we played as well as we have this year. But then we weren't able to close it out and we weren't able to finish, which is something that as a group we've just got to improve upon.
How do you get your team to move on for the next road game at San Jose State?
To this point, I've been pleased with the reset, of the mindset and guys coming back to practice with the right attitude. And we had great energy on our bench. Guys that were injured were still in the game mentally and really pulling for their teammates. And like older brothers, our veteran players enjoy watching the younger players have some success and contribute. And as you mentioned, those freshmen, Gavin Ripp, who's a redshirt freshman, and Brandon Benjamin, Diari Goodwin, they were all outstanding. We've got a deep bench, which sometimes provides dilemmas for us as a staff in terms of what combinations to have on the floor, what points in the game. And because there are 14 new players, it's not as though we're drawing on a lot of experience in terms of this group being together. So it just makes it imperative that we can kind of accelerate our learning curve in trying to deploy the team in a fashion, in a manner that's going to help us get wins. And there's some things we can definitely improve upon. Rebounding is number one. Ball security in late game situations, and there's a tendency for us to dribble the ball one or two extra times. When that dribble count is up, it means the ball's not being transported through the air, and we dribbled in crowds. It's important to pass out of a crowd, and that one extra pass, playing some hot potato, puts teams in rotation. And I think Long Beach did a good job of scouting, and when Wanse and Diarra and other players, Gavin at different times, took that one extra dribble, or they start to spin dribble where the help defense is, right in the jaws of the defense, it's going to be a jump ball or a turnover or something problematic. And so we've got to address and clean that up in terms of being smarter, with our possessions.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, you got it.